Hey, what is going on, guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back with another tips and tricks video for you guys. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to have perfect positioning here in Fortnite, and how perfect positioning can set you up for a lot of easy wins. And just by a few simple changes to your positioning, you can win a lot more games here in Season 5. And before we get into the video, if you guys don't already know, I will be doing a V-Buck giveaway at 20,000 subscribers. If you want to enter that giveaway, it's super simple. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on my post notifications, and comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. The winners will be chosen on the video I hit 20,000 subscribers. So make sure you guys are entered. There will be 2 winners. Each will win 2,000 V-Bucks. And alright guys, let's get right into the video. Okay, so here in this gameplay, I am playing duos. It is a 12 kill win, and in this game, I have really good positioning, and this set me up for a lot of easy kills, and ultimately got me a pretty easy win. And positioning is all about having the advantage on the other opponent, and that's the entire purpose of having really good positioning, is to give you an advantage. So for example, at the end of the game, say it's squads, your squad versus another squad, and the other squad you're facing is on top of the hill. At that point, they have really good positioning and a huge advantage on you just from their positioning on the hill and just the location that they're at. So that's the whole point, is having really good positioning. Of course, at the end game, you want to have the biggest high ground and the biggest advantage over every other player. But during the early to mid game, it's a little bit more difficult because there's a lot more obstacles. You have to get looted up, you have to fight squads, and it's a little bit more to it than just the end of the game. Because at the end of the game, you can just find the biggest hill in the circle and camp on top of it. So it's pretty simple at the end of the game if you want to play like that. But I'm gonna really focus on the mid to early game, because that is where the most problems are gonna occur. At the end game, of course, go to the biggest hill, camp on top of that if you want to win, because that's gonna be the best positioning. But in that the mid to early game is really difficult, because you're gonna be busy doing other things, and you're gonna get caught off guard a lot of the times. And of course, you want to try to avoid ever getting caught off guard or caught in the open. But I really do think having good positioning in the entire game is going to prevent you from getting pinched, prevent you from getting shot off guard. It's really just going to protect you and help you get easier wins if you can manage to have really good positioning the entire game. For the rest of this gameplay, I'm going to be commentating over it and breaking down exactly step by step of what I was doing and why I did to give me the best positioning, to give me the easiest win possible in this game. So of course, here in this gunfight, I run out of mats and this guy's above me. I can either stay under him or I can back up. I decided to back up to the house because that gives me a little bit of space, because I don't want to get too close to the guy because he does have mats and I don't. So giving myself space is definitely the way to go there. I was able to get the kill on that team, and there was another team in front of me. Right as I was going into the gunfight, I noticed I was out of mats, so my best bet and my best positioning was to back up, get behind the house, and give myself some cover, because I didn't have any mats. So I had to really play the house, just play any structures I could possibly play, because if I were to get spammed, there's nothing I could do because I won't have any materials on me. My teammate ends the guy I knocked originally, but there's still a guy on him, so I'm going to come from the side, and I'm going to see this guy come around the corner to my left, and I'm going to wait for him to get distracted on my teammate, and the second he gets distracted, I'm going to come in for the gunfight, and I get the quick kill on that guy. As we killed the team earlier, another guy came from our side. We didn't expect this guy, so he came definitely out of our surprise. I don't know where this guy rotated from. I don't know. Usually people don't rotate in from Pleasant from this angle, but there's a guy here. I was pretty much out of air ammo, so I had to play pretty aggressive. So me and my teammate, we get the kill on this guy, loot this guy up, and then we're going to rotate to the factories right by Loot Lake and try to pick off a team over there. As we come over to factories, we see another team over here, but notice how when I'm coming over to the factories, I'm not just going straight to the factories. I'm coming up on this little ledge over here, and this is going to give me that little extra advantage, that little extra high ground to give me an advantage on the guys that are shooting, because my teammate, he can go from the bottom, and he can be a clear distraction, and I can be up here and just laser them. Get some shots on them from up here, because they're not going to be expecting me to be up here. They're going to expect me to be ground level, rushing them. So I'm going to try to get some shots on them. I get the knock on this guy with the hunting rifle. Of course, in duos, after you get a knock on his teammate, then you want to play extremely aggressive for that last kill. So me and my teammate, we both rush this guy, get the kill on him. And as we're going to the circle, there's nothing we could have done about this team behind us. They came and tried to pinch us from the behind due to the circle. So we have to go for the quick kill on these guys because their circle is coming in. I get the knock on him. And since we got that knock, I knew his teammate was going to push immediately. So I see him push up. I miss a few shots due to RNG. And then I get the kill on this guy with the drum gun. After that gunfight, we push in the tilted towers and we push the Trump tower, the biggest tower here. Because from here, there's probably wasn't going to be a team behind us because the circle just came in. So we only have to worry about people in front of us. And Trump Tower is the perfect place to be at because it is a big high ground. If anybody tries to rush up on you, you can hear them push up. Killed that guy, hit him with a little orange justice, because I gotta troll a little bit sometimes. But after that, we're going to go for this guy's loot. And keep in mind, when it comes to positioning, you have to worry about the circle. The circle is going to dictate where you're going to go in the end game. And right now, there's 11 people left. It's just us two and 9 other players. So we have to be careful about other teams trying to push. But like I said, we came from Loot Lake. So probably based on the circle, there probably isn't a team over there anymore. Because if they were over there, unless they're bush campers, they would have already been pushed us by now. So there's no team pushing us. So our best bet is just to go on top of this hill and then try to find a team from there. Because if we go on the bottom of the hill, there's a good chance that we can get pinched from other teams trying to come in. So we want to stay on top of the hill, because from the top of the hill, you have a really good viewpoint, and you can see pretty much at the end of the game, you can see the entire map and try to figure out where everybody's at. Because at the end of the game, you want to try to figure out where everybody's at first. And once you figure out where everybody's at, then you can make your move. You can decide if you want to push, if you want to stay there, and you just got to make the right call. Because if you see a steel 1x1 camper on the other side, you might as well not even push it, because you're just gonna get sprayed. Here in this, here we have 2 1x1 campers sitting over there. So we're like, screw it, we have to stay on this hill, because our best bet isn't to push that. Because if we push that, we have to go down in the valley, and when they're in the valley, we're gonna get absolutely sprayed by that team, and it's just gonna be a mess. And if we try to push that team and we're too long, we could get pinched from another team to our right or to our left. So that is probably not a good idea to rush that team. So I don't really like to camp in other words, but we can't really rush them right now. We have to sit back and play really passive, because if we rush them, we give up really good positioning in order to get a few kills. Of course, if you're going for the high kill game, rush everybody, go for those high kills. But if you want to play for the win, you have to play positioning, you have to play the high ground. And rushing that's not the best idea, especially because looking at the circle, we're in the smack in the middle of the circle. We are in the perfect spot right now. But the only thing, if you are in the middle of the circle, you have to be really careful about getting pinched by every single team at once. But if you play it right and you're really cautious and looking out for other teams that are trying to push, most of the time you can get those teams to fight each other, and you can get some really easy kills because you can just third party that fight. But of course, if there's other teams rushing up on you, you have to be careful. But say they do rush up on you, you want to kill that team as fast as you can, because if you wait too long to kill the team and you get into like a 2-minute gunfight, you're gonna get pinched by all the teams at once, because they're all gonna be going for the high ground. Because that is the high ground at the end of the game, that biggest hill, is where everybody wants to be at. And most of the time, if you're not there first, there's already going to be a team on top of the hill. And what I would recommend, if there's already a team on the biggest hill and you want to play for the win, I wouldn't recommend rushing on top of the hill right away. Because if you rush on top of the hill right away, there's a good chance you can get pinched from another team, and it might be kind of hard. If you're going to go for the team on the highest high ground, you have to get up there as close as you can without getting noticed. Because the second they see you from the high ground, they're going to be spraying at you, AR, minigun, grenade launcher. They're going to be spraying you with every single possible thing they have. So you have to be careful about that. And as we're up here, we hear another team pushing up. So that's the thing we had to be careful about, was another team rushing us. And we hear another team to our right. So we're not worried about the other team, because they were really far away. So it would be a good solid minute before they got to us. So we're just gonna have to worry about this team in front of us. And we see him building up. My teammate's gonna be a distraction. He's gonna go to the left, and I'm gonna go to the right. Just want to see if I can get a shot on this guy from the side, give myself a really good position on this gunfight. And I get a shot on this guy with the pump. He runs down here, get the knock on him, and his teammate's above me. So I'm gonna box myself in, give myself a little bit of space, go for the finish on his teammate. Since this guy's spraying at me for above, I either want him to run out of ammo with his clip and push him, or if he runs on top of my structure, I can let him come down, which I did. I dropped him down here. I wish I had a trap. I could have hit him with the trap kill, but I'm just trying to get a shot on this guy. I don't want him to do any damage. That guy's completely clueless. I get the kill on him. So right now there is 3 other people left. I have 10 kills. We know it's one team and a solo, and the one team that we're gonna have to fight was the team earlier that was camping, and there's 2 1x1s on the other side. So it was that team and then a solo. So the plan is just to sit on top of this hill, have really good positioning, and then from there, hopefully that team gets pinched by the other guy. So the 2 guys fight and the solo fights. The best case scenario is the solo gets a knock on one of the guys who are the duos, and then that gives us an easy kill on the last guy. But as long as they're fighting, that's really, really good. And we hear them shooting each other, and right now we're in perfect position because we're on that high ground. We want to push up a little bit so we can get a little bit better angle on them. They're in the fight. I get the quick knock on that guy. Want to go for the end of. I tag with my hunting rifle, which is really good. And from now, I just want to keep the pressure up and make sure he can't get the res on his teammate. So as long as he can't get the res on his teammate's gonna bleed out because I hit him. And there he goes. I get the kill on his teammate. So now it's a 2v1. We are in a perfect position. There's nothing this guy can do other than maybe try to fight one of us. But I came from the high ground. I have a high ground on this guy. My teammate has a high ground on this guy. And this guy has absolutely no chance. I have my teammate in the back shooting at him from the hill, trying to get a few shots on this guy. And I'm just gonna rush this guy and absolutely clap his cheeks. Nothing he could do. There you go. 12 kill win with really good positioning the entire game. And guys, if you enjoyed that video, if you guys learned something, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on my post notifications so you get notified every single new video. And alright guys, I will see you in the next video.